everyone, Alec the Side Quest Gamer here, and welcome to a very controversial episode of These Crazy Days in Gaming, and I implore you to watch the entire video before commenting. I just want to make that abundantly clear. I very well know the difference between constructive criticism and online harassment. I know that too well, and despite all the troll comments asking if I'm autistic or mentally disabled for having an opinion, I've never been harassed online with the exception of a dumpster diving channel I blocked after he got pissed off at me and left a non-constructive hate-filled comments for calling him out on his spam, and this was on my discussion page, but he obviously wasn't there to watch my videos or to even give me constructive criticism of any sort, so I blocked him. One of the only few times I had to do that. But even that wasn't high-level harassment, not to the extent one of my fellow YouTubers went through recently on Twitter. This YouTuber by the name of Haedox, you may have heard of him. He has over 11,000 subscribers as of writing on YouTube. Great channel, mainly focuses on reviewing modern Nintendo games for the Wii U and 3DS, and has done reviews of PC games and rarely retro games, but Haedox has quite the YouTube channel. I highly recommend giving it a watch. Unfortunately, he associated with the wrong people when he began his YouTube career and has made a few mistakes in the past, to which he has openly admitted to in his latest farewell video and before. For over a year, he has experienced nothing but bitter harassment and cyberbullying from people he once called friends. This all started over a disagreement and then escalated into something unnecessarily bigger than it had to be. And yes, he has made a few mistakes in the past, most notably breaking the Splatoon review embargo, but that's the thing, they're mistakes. We all make mistakes as humans, we all grow from them. Why hold that against someone for the rest of their life? It's not like Splatoon sales went down because of that review, and that game has at least sold 1 million copies at least, and Haedox did say he liked the game but didn't think it was worth the full price of admission. Even if Haedox didn't say it was worth the full price of admission, that's his review. Nintendo gave him that review copy for that review. That doesn't guarantee a positive review. And it was positive, but all because he broke the embargo, all the YouTubers had to get on his case. And he has proof that Nintendo gave him that review copy with an email. He showed that email. He showed the hours he logged into that game on the Wii U. Yet the people who harassed him only accepted the convenient truth to artificially fuel them to continue to belittle and berate him. There should have been no conflict. I mean, there could be disagreement over the quality of a game, but that's just a disagreement. You should all respect each other, respect each other's privacy, respect each other's opinions, just respect each other as people, as fellow human beings. Even months after the Splatoon incident, he still got harassed about it, and other things, and in between medical complications in December and dealing with these cyberbullies, he had enough and decided to leave YouTube and social media altogether, although he did come back approximately 5 weeks later where he pumped out some of the best content on YouTube while having limited interaction on Twitter. But as soon as things were safe, he went back to normal, and the cyberbullies that he used to be friends with, of course, harassed him again. One he even had a falling out with pretended to be his friend when he really was just spying on him for this group, all just to see Haedox go down. I won't reveal this individual's name, but this guy contacted me, of all people, asking for info on Haedox and even said he was friends with Haedox again. I knew he was full of fecal matter, so I told him nothing, but I did screen cap the DM and sent it to my friend Exoparadigm Gamer, who then relayed it to Haedox. And apparently my hypothesis tested true. This man had no intention of being Haedox's friend.
So we're like talking a little bit. I followed him on Twitter. I'm like, he asked if somebody needed to do a Mario thing, and I was like, I can voice it if you want. And he's like, sure, I'll send over the script whenever you need it. So I'm like, okay. So then as we talked more and more, it began clear to me that he was trying to bait me to say something about other big YouTubers that I probably shouldn't say. He was making fun of other YouTubers, and I was like, okay, I'll just play along, and I'm just gonna like type, oh, okay, lol, here's a tweet, oh, cringeworthy. So I did that, and then he went around to my friends, like my friend Alex, SideQuest Gamer. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, but I know who you are and you're my friend. but I don't know how to pronounce your username. I'm sorry. So he went to him. I'll show the DM right now. He went to him and was like, do you know any information on Haedox? I know you do. And he also went around to other people asking the same thing, because little did I know he was fabricating this whole document, which was going to expose me and defame me.
I know some may think it's dishonorable to screen cap a private DM, but if it involves someone else that's not me, it's no longer private. It would be even more dishonorable to not do anything about it when you can in your power. When you see a snake in the garden, you get rid of it. Not to mention this punk lied to me, so I messaged him again asking why he would try to do it. He didn't respond. I even offered him to tell his side of the story, and other than the thoughtlessly created conspiracy document, this guy had nothing and told me a new video was coming out Friday, like I was subscribed to him. I admit, I was going to expose this guy and all the other people who were involved in the cyberbullying in this video, but Exoparadigm Gamer's brother Ezander11 mentioned Nietzsche's quote about the abyss that basically says if you stare into the abyss, it'll stare at you back, meaning if you act like a monster for vengeance, you'll become a monster just like them, and I don't want to become a monster like those cyberbullies, so you know what, I won't mention their names, but rather their actions, because it really doesn't matter who they are. All that matters is the actions that they committed, and this one guy has blackmailed and threatened Haedox, withholding information about his real name and street address, and says he has it just in case things get out of hand. I don't know what the heck that means, but if you're willing to go as far as to dox someone all over a video game, a piece of data, what has your life amounted to? Not to mention that this is a highly illegal action. Here's the thing about harassment and cyberbullying. It does exist on the internet, and while Mr. Enter like to correlate constructive criticism with cyberbullying and trolling and harassment, there is a clear difference. Here's an example. SideQuest Gamer, please update your thumbnails. They don't look that good. Your editorial is flawed. I can't watch your first season because of the outdated microphone. Sorry. I don't like your review because the genocide ending was supposed to be hidden, and your complaint is invalid. Those are constructive criticisms, and while I may not have to like it, I do appreciate those who respect me enough to give it to me because no one is perfect. I'm a human being. We all are. Now here's an example of cyberbullying and harassment. Are you autistic? Are you disabled? You look ugly. Get a life. You suck and should leave the internet. You're a piece of trash. Go kill yourself. That is not criticism. That's being a cyberbully. That's being a jerk. The thing about constructive criticism is that you work with it to improve, but criticizing autism? Yeah, even if I was autistic, it's not like I can make an elixir to cure it. And besides, what does autism even have to do with the video? It doesn't even make sense. And doxing, insults, and other things along the line that are definitely cyberbullying, I can handle it, but not everyone can, especially if 20 people are doing that to you on a daily freaking basis, like they did with Haedox. And I know 20 is a hyperbole, but he does get a lot of hate his way. I'm not asking for anything other than understanding. If you're a cyberbully, why? Why do you dedicate your life to a cause when your actions aren't benefiting anyone, including your cause? Rather than be reasonable about the changes they want to happen, they harass people who stand in their way like Mr. Enter's fans, harassing the writers of SpongeBob that one time. Out of John Enter's control, mind you. It wasn't his fault, but rather his few fans that decided to go out of their way to do that. Or those people who harassed the Steven Universe fan artist to the point where she wanted to kill herself. They became so infatuated with their cause that the ends justifies the means according to them. Like Haedox's tormentors, they don't see themselves as monsters, yet I see them as monsters, and so do many others. I try to get their side of the story, and other than ambiguous statements and lies, they reveal nothing, yet there has been plenty of evidence against them. Why can't gaming channels and gamers on YouTube be all about, I don't know, gaming? Why can't we just forgive and move on in life? Just why? I am fortunate enough to not experience the level of harassment people like Haedox, Total Biscuit, and really any content creator with an online presence goes through every single day. But as my time on the internet continues, so does my descending faith in humanity. I'm all for free speech. I am totally against censorship, but cyberbullies don't expect to be welcomed on any site. Free speech is free as long as it's constructive, as long as it's useful, but the moment you spread libel or even cyberbullying someone, like with doxing or anything, don't expect to be welcomed or even allowed to continue to do so. Anyways, I'm sorry for the anger, but I am not in my usual jovial mood today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to stay awesome.